Google, Microsoft, IBM, they ask us questions in their interview. Writing code is like writing a book. You are the author, and the person reading that should be like knowing what's going on there. And half of the like problem gets solved when you are confident in yourself. Recruiters actually see your GitHub profile. Hello everyone, welcome to today's video. I'm Mandar Sanke, software developer from North America. So like if you are learning programming or want to improve your coding skills, this video is for you. I will share 5 essential coding or habits that will make you better programmer. So like if you are in the learning stage and like developing a proper habit is important because if you start developing bad habits at start, it's very difficult to like correct those habits. So this video is very important for you guys, and let's start with it. Okay, so let's talk about writing clean and readable code. So the goal is to make your code easy to read and understand, not just for you but also for others who might work on. So in industry level projects, you will be working on team of let's say 5 to 10 people, and also for school projects, you will be working on group projects. So for that, you will have to keep this thing in mind. So for example, in like writing variable names, so you have to use camel cases. So for camel cases basically, so they for example there are two words, products and table. For first word, your first letter should be small, and for the second word table, T should be capital. So always use camel cases while writing variable names and objects names. So next is writing class names. So for class name we use Pascal case. So Pascal case is for the each and every word, first letter should be capital. So for example, the gate selected product, G is capital, S is capital, and P is capital. So we have to keep this thing in mind. Always use Pascal case while writing class names. And the last thing is your code should be indented properly. So for example, this is the example of unindented code, so improper code. So actually many IDEs give you an option to like there's a keyboard shortcut for each and every IDEs to make your code indented. So for example, in Visual Studio 22, there is a shortcut K Control K plus Control D. If I press that, yeah, as you can see on the screen, code is indented automatically. So now let's discuss comments and documentation. While your code should be self-explanatory, comments can help explain complex logics or unusual decisions. So for me, writing code is like writing a book. You are the author, and the person reading that should be like knowing what's going on there. So let's go to actual code. So here is an example of XML code. So what XML code does is, if I over into this class, yeah, as you can see, all the details I have written here. Gets like it retrieves and returns the details of the hook, and it returns the object for select hook. So like what this class does is explained here. It's important, and obviously you should be writing normal comments as well. So and the bad habit while commenting is many people do like over comment. So avoid over commented. And for example, this is the example of over commenting. The product drop down and info column. This is not necessary. Like the person reading it should obviously know this is a drop down. So this thing is like irrelevant. So the third tip is to always use version controls like GitHub or Git. So if you are working on a team, it's like easy to stay connected with your teammates regarding their like progress and all, and you don't have to merge your code manually that way. And another advantage of using GitHub is uh, here, especially in North America, recruiters actually see your GitHub profile and how active you are in the GitHub. So like try committing daily. Always show that you are active on GitHub. If you are working on a personal projects, and if it is not completed, uh, always do like a small part daily and try committing it, just to show that you are active on GitHub. So for example, here I'm removing the necessary part of the code and committing it from GitHub desktop. This is a very useful application. And always use proper comments while commenting it. So your teammates will get to know what changes you have made. So for example, I have removed it. So remove unnecessary and commit to main and then push. And now if my teammates fetch it here, he will get the updated code. So that was it. So next thing, break your problems into smaller components. So like breaking smaller components is a most efficient way to do coding. It will make your code easy to read, easy to debug, as well as easy to like reuse. So for example, this get user input, valid user input, these all are the reusable components. So on the on the like right hand side, this is the inefficient way to write your code. It, it is writing entire thing in the main class. And here on the left side of the screen, this is the example of like reusing, like making reusable components, creating and using it in the main. Always use that. Now, last tip is like keep practicing and learning. Programming is a skill that evolves over the time, so be patient. And half of the like problem gets solved when you are confident in yourself. So, like, don't be underconfident. And set aside time for coding challenges on platform like LeetCode, CodeWars, or eDabit, like as you can see on the screen. Read documentation and stay updated with the latest in C Sharp. For example, learn about new feature in .NET updates. Build side projects. That's very important thing. So if you are a beginner, building side projects might actually help you in your job search as well, and it will obviously elevate your skills in real world scenarios. So, for example, this is an example of like coding challenges website, eDabit. I use it like, personally, and it has helped me very well. So, this is the optional tip. Like it is advanced level. You don't have to do it, but uh, companies like Google, Microsoft actually focus on DSA, data structure algorithm. So, when you are building your code, you can like if you are confident enough you can try complexity, space complexity. You build your code in the like best time and space complexity to make it work faster and efficient. Like it might sound like unnecessary for beginners, but companies like Google, Microsoft, IBM, they ask such questions in their interview, so it is important. So that was it, guys. I wish you all the best in your coding journey and keep learning, keep growing. Adios.